And we are back. What's up, good people? We're back in the building, man. Let me say this up front before we even get into it. It has been a long day for me. I am tired. I literally walked in, sent the fellas the link, and we are jumping in. So, yeah. We will see how this goes, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So with me today, people, for the first time, man, he's been on here several times, and y'all have not seen his face until now, and I have not really seen this face because he is like shaven and got a nice haircut and looking like super young. Stuart.
Looks terrible, doesn't it?
What's up with it? After doing all that talking about, hey, Stuart and Kevin look alike, Stuart shaves his beard and mustache, and now they don't look alike. And with that being said, Kevin, I got you here too. What's up, Kev?
Oh, not much, man. Not much.
All right.
Hanging out, hoping to hear about some weird stuff.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have fun because Stuart's on here, so that means I got to go dark at least for one of the cases, right?
Why did that get assigned to me?
Because you're from the UK and they don't censor the news and shit out there, I don't think, too much, right?
It depends on what time it is. If it's after the watershed, then it's uncensored. But if it's before, it can be very censored.
Well, you know, here it's always censored for the most part, so
yep.
We don't get to see it. So I said, hey, somebody asking in the background, hey, is Stuart a newlywed yet?
Not yet.
Not newlywed, but engaged, right?
Yes, I am engaged now.
Beautiful.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Beautiful. That's awesome. She just left. She was here for what, 3 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good times. Good times. We're not going to talk about any injuries or anything that may have occurred during that time, but yeah.
Judging by his reaction, I'm assuming there's a story there that we'll say.
There is, but we're not going to go into it.
No.
Kev, how's History Goon going, man?
If I can not punch my microphone. It's going good. Going good. Just recently had a couple of pretty big episodes come out. Did a two-parter on King Leopold II of Belgium, who was a real scumbag. That I'm never going to get those 4 hours worth of my life back talking about that guy, but I did some fun stuff after that. But it seems like it's going pretty good. I think people are liking it so far.
Good deal, man. So, good deal. Yeah, we just got to keep growing and keep promoting it, man.
Yep.
We got it. And what else is new with you, Stu, real quick, before we jump into anything? Anything new?
I mean, nothing really. Just interviewing for another job, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, I'm not going to say anything about it yet, obviously, because it hasn't. You know, I'm technically going for orientation, not getting into it just yet, so we'll see.
Okay. That's good.
Yep.
That's good. Stuart no longer works with me, guys, which is why I was like, hey, I don't know this face. Yeah. Long story short, he's not there. Over some BS. We're not even going to jump into it too much, but a bunch of BS that the person they replace him with is already doing, making issues and causing mistakes and all kind of stuff right now that they're replacing with. But anyway, Stuart, we'll talk about that because I felt like it was an inside job. Anyway, it has to be. But we're going to keep shit lighthearted and we are not going to go into the negative shit. And we're going to have a good time tonight. Oh, and I've been meaning to say this on every podcast and I always forget, but I'm not going to forget on this one. If you guys have cases, before we jump into it, if you have cases in your local area that you feel like would be good on here that may not make it out to the whole country to where everybody knows what's going on with the case, send them to me. And I'll shout you out when I present the case like I'm getting ready to do with this first case. Because the first case I have came from a listener. She sent it to me a while ago. Miss Sandy, I am about to do your case for the first one on this podcast. And some of you have sent me other cases before. Somebody's already guessing white. I
mean, hey, in this country, that's a good guess.
Yeah. Some of you have sent me cases before to different places. If you want to send me a case so I can keep track of what's going on, send it to Luther@1159media.com. That way I can keep all my Guessnicity stuff together. So shoot it there. Some of you are sending stuff to my messenger. And I got 2 different Facebook accounts with 2 different messengers, so it just gets lost in the mix with everything. So, yeah, send it there. Luther at 1159media.com. Media, right? Kevin, that's our email with
I believe
1159media.com. Yeah.
I'm about 90% sure.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, at 1159media.com.
Beautiful. All right, so let's jump into this first case. Both of you are history buffs a little bit, right? So the first case is not too far in history, but we will gradually just keep going back in history as we go with some of them. Yeah. In fact, that's what I'll do. I'll go in that. That's what we'll do. We'll just keep jumping backwards in history.
All right.
So I'll flip the order of some of these, but we'll start with this one because this one just happened this year, so it's not too far.
Okay.
Takes place May 27th, 2025. In the early morning, just before 8 a.m., in a quiet neighborhood, multiple 911 calls come flooding in. It's a man standing shirtless in the street outside of an apartment complex. They're not calling the police because he's shirtless. They're calling the police because he's covered in blood and only wearing boxers. So when the police pull in, he actually flags down the police and tells them, "I just killed someone." Officers make their way to the 3rd floor of the apartment. They reach the apartment door, and inside is the body of a 60-year-old man. He's lying halfway in the doorway. He has a knife stuck in his chest.
Oof.
He's been stabbed 19 times, most of them in the torso. There's blood on the walls, on the door frame, on the floor. The place is in chaos. Furniture overturned, dishes broken, and a broken knife handle in the sink. It looks like the aftermath of a very personal and very violent encounter.
So, broken knife handle in the sink. Are we going to find that blade in him somewhere?
I don't know. I mean, he still has a knife stuck in his chest, so I don't know if it's the same knife that the handle's broken off of.
Damn. You got to stab somebody hard to break a knife, though. That's a lot of force.
Well, it depends on what the handle material is made out of.
If it's like full tang,
because the tang could still be there, and the handle could be broke, right?
That's
Look
true.
at me watching Forged in Fire like I know what the fuck.
Hey.
My brother builds knives for fun. He's got a forge and stuff, so he's constantly like nerding out about it. I'm like, dude, I have no idea. Like, I just get one for Christmas and I'm cool with it. So,
hey, Forged in Fire. Me and my wife swore she could make a knife because we would watch that so much. She knew what she was doing. I was like, yeah, good luck swinging that hammer, thinking you got to mold something. Let's see. All right, so knock the chest. So also, our attacker is covered in blood as well. The blood is not just the person he attacked, but he has cuts on him. So while being treated at the hospital, the suspect makes a few claims. He says that the man that he killed tried to kill him first, and then also that the man had been holding his sister captive for 13 years.
Okay.
No one, including law enforcement, could verify the fact of his sister being captive for 13 years, but that's what he kept telling the police. Now, it does look like there was a struggle. It sounded like there was a struggle looking at the house with the fight, so who knows who started attacking who. But, yeah, there's no sign of a so-called captive sister, no evidence that the victim had any criminal history. Police say the self-defense claim doesn't line up with the facts. A detective testified that a woman may have been inside the apartment just before the stabbing, but she hasn't been located. Despite the suspect's wounds, the number of stab wounds on the victim and the positioning of the body and the weapon left in the chest all point to intentional homicide, not survival. So the suspect has been charged with second-degree murder and is being held without bail. The judge said just recently said they found probable cause to send the case to trial. So with that, what would your guess be before I give a location?
Thinking white or Hispanic, one of the two. I know I have to narrow it down, but...
I'm pretty one way with white.
With white?
Yeah.
That sounds about white, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly.
We got a few different guesses in the back door. Mostly white, though. Everybody's like, still feels white. We got one. I think we'll always have a Mexican or Hispanic vote just for Jess. Everybody wants to shout out
like,
Jess.
I went with the precedent where, like, the only stories I know about where someone is like, oh no, they took somebody and held them captive for a decade, they're either like Ariel Castro or that Joseph Fritzl guy that was over in Austria that like did some pretty gnarly stuff to his daughter in a basement like maze that he built in his own house.
Daughter?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Oh,
Thanks.
dude, yeah.
Put that on my list.
That's rough.
That's a twisted.
The details in that
being.
are bad. Like I was gonna cover that at one point. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you may not cover the last case then.
No. Like, I won't go into too many details, so you can look into it but it's pretty gross.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this happened in Manchester.
Okay. Ooh.
Nope. Manchester, New Hampshire.
Oh, he's right.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, thought I was about to say England.
I mean, hey, that was going to change a lot for me, though.
Yeah. No, Manchester, New Hampshire.
Yeah, white.
Damn, how did I'm like 2.5 hours from there and I didn't hear about this.
Yep.
Huh.
Like I said, local case that's what I want. Local cases that haven't made it big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send me those, people. So, are both of you still sticking with white?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Our suspect's name is... hold up. I don't want to have everything. All right. Ramadani Adrisa Kiki. They said black, but I'm going to say African.
Okay.
I would say he's a African male.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you just went with the name, it could have almost been Indian.
Correct.
And now that I'm seeing the guy, I can see that I'm definitely wrong.
No, he is African. African, black, African, whatever you want to call him, but he's not white.
Yeah. Gotcha.
He's not right. So this is a good one, man. I'm doing good at this, man. Last week everybody was black, and most people still got all of them wrong.
Good stuff.
We're off to a good start. All right. That was a nice try on that one, fellas.
Yeah, that New Hampshire threw me off because it's like, that's like,
yep.
it's white.
Yeah,
it's white over there, like real white.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's the one that got me too. Because when I was reading, I was like, man, this pretty good. Because initially when she sent it to me, what she sent didn't have pictures of the suspect. So I was reading through it, and I was like, yeah, this is a white dude. Nah, not at all. Got me too.
Nice.
All right, y'all ready for the next one? Let's jump into it, fellas. This one takes place. Hold up. Which one is older? All right, so this one is closer. I'm trying to go in back chronologically. So this one takes place in 2018. I'm starting to go back a little bit further. So a woman went to collect her belongings from her ex-boyfriend's apartment after they had recently broke up. Authorities say the meeting turned violent. Her ex allegedly killed her with a hammer before dismembering the body into 14 pieces. Stuart, I tend to have a lot of dismemberment when I talk to you, right?
Yeah, people getting chopped up and oh yeah. Yep.
Okay. You could be Becky, where I always have somebody on here having sex with the animal or something. I don't know how.
Yeah,
I
okay,
decide,
no,
I don't know
okay.
how to decide who gets what
I
types
gotcha.
of
And
cases.
you know what's bad when you find yourself as a listener going, man, can we just go back to have people having sex with animals instead of instead of this current case?
Right.
So our suspect, who worked as a factory chef, used his dissection skills to cut up the body. He hid her head in a backpack and placed her body parts in sacks and then dumped them. CCTV footage captured the two of them entering the apartment together that evening, and then 2 days later, our suspect leaving with garbage bags. The footage ended up becoming critical evidence in the case. Investigators say the murder was driven by jealousy. The victim had reportedly reunited with her ex-husband. Fingerprint evidence and surveillance footage tied the suspect to the crime. After initially giving conflicting statements, the suspect eventually confessed to both the murder and concealment of the body. Now, with that, what would you guess?
Hispanic.
Heads and backpacks always strikes me as white.
Heads and
Okay.
backpacks, white,
Okay.
Hispanic.
Okay.
Okay. What sucks is I really can't give the location because it would give it away.
Okay.
So, and also, Kevin, since you're on with Stuart, I tend to go international with some of these.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an international case.
Okay.
So now that it's international, how about this? Let's see if you can tie it down to the country if you can't figure out the ethnicity. Because it's not in the U.S.
Okay.
I'm going to get weird. Australia.
Australia.
Okay. I mean, this is a shot in the dark, but like, I mean, and I said Hispanic as a whole, maybe Guatemala.
Guatemala. Okay, so we got Australia. Kevin, you're gonna lose all
Terrible
respect.
with this.
You're gonna lose respect. You're gonna lose our Australian listeners. You know we got quite a few
Yeah.
listeners in Australia, man. You're gonna make them turn against you because it's not in Australia. It is not in Australia, and it is not in, where do you say, Guatemala?
Yeah. Yeah.
Our suspect's name, I can't even pronounce, is Thanakrit Prakap.
Oh.
He is
Slavic?
a Thai national.
Oh.
This took place in Bangkok, Thailand.
Okay.
So much so when I try to look up images of my guy, every image I find of him, he is in a mask. They got his face covered. So I don't know, but he's Thai, so I mean, come on. We know, like, if you want to see what his eyes and his eyes look like as he's handcuffed, I can share that with you.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I dug deeper into this, I probably could have found something. But the way life has been lifing, yeah, I didn't have time to dig too deep. But yeah,
Yeah.
there he is. Dismembered girlfriend driven by jealousy. Yeah.
Still not getting any better at this.
Most people don't.
Right.
That's the goal. You're not supposed to get any. I am about to make both of you bat 0 for 4 today, I feel like.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to. I don't think I've ever had all my guests miss every single one. So let's see.
Okay.
Everybody's like in the back door. I suck at this game, but it's fun. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the few shows that I like when I'm listening to it at work, if I'm somewhere by myself, I'm like listening through and I'm like, shit, I was way off on that one.
It's funny the number of people I hear saying that they'll be at work listening and they'll just be yelling out races, and people are like, what? Like, what's going on? All right. Next case. This case takes place in October of 2013. A mother and her 2 children, ages 9 and 8, are reported missing. They're last seen at home, and within hours, red flags are flying. Neighbors say they heard shouting the night before, a fight, a man's voice, and then nothing. It goes quiet. Police hone in on one person. Of course, it's the husband and the father of the children, right? He's got motive, opportunity, and a dangerous temper. The day before the disappearance, he confronted, I was about to say comforted, nope. That's different than confronted. He confronted her at work, angry after discovering text messages from another man. He even slapped her in front of her employees. The wife told family that she was planning on leaving him, but she never got the chance. When police arrived, investigators found a blood stain on the carpet, cleaning chemicals in the family home. That always throws me off when they say cleaning chemicals in the home, because I feel like almost every home should have some form of cleaning chemicals, right?
Yeah.
I'm about to say, if I killed somebody in my house, I got cleaning chemicals, but I had cleaning chemicals before I started killing that person in my house. So you can't use that as evidence. But anyway, phone records show the suspect was at the house for an extended period of time that night, and then later was at a cemetery. But even though he was at a cemetery, what's crazy is the bodies have still never been found for all 3.
You said this was 2014?
2013. October of 2013.
Damn.
Yeah.
Over a decade.
Yep. Despite that, investigators are confident he confessed to killing his wife, but denied harming his children. Still, police believe he murdered all 3. Yeah, because where did the children go if you didn't touch her?
It's not like he killed her and then some other random stranger killed the kids, you know?
Right. What are we feeling so far going through this?
I'm at white, honestly.
You're white?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident it's a white person. But like you said, you're trying to get us to 0 to 4, so, you know.
Yeah, I'm
so I'm going to go Asian just because that's, I think, the only one I haven't guessed yet so far.
Yeah, but we've already had Asian.
Oh, that's true. Damn it. Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Like I said last week, everybody was all
That's
white.
true.
So don't let me say just because I said Asian, it's not Asian, because it could be. Honestly.
I'll stick with it. Why not?
Okay, there you go. So in 2017, after years of delays, the case goes to trial. Prosecution lays out the timeline, the motive, the evidence, and most damning, statements from the suspect himself admitting that he blacked out during the killing. So he said he don't even remember it. Witness described his obsession with control and violent outburst. The jury didn't take long to convict him. And he is sentenced to death. So this is in the U.S., I will say that. 3 murders, no bodies, no remorse. Like I said, he was sentenced to death. The judge called the murders cold, calculated, and premeditated, even without recovering the victims. The case is seen as one of the most thoroughly proven no-body homicides in Florida history. So it happened in Florida. So now that you know it's in Florida, what race would you choose, or what do you think?
Florida's a tricky one though, because you got everybody, all in one spot.
Yeah, I'm still with white. This sounds like some Florida man shit.
There's a little bit of everybody in Florida.
Yeah,
that's correct.
I'm gonna switch it up. Let's go. Let's get super specific. We'll go Cuban.
Cuban.
Yeah.
Okay. Liz in the back door said race Florida man. Look.
Florida man is his own race. I like, yeah, that makes sense.
Keyblade says Whitey McGee. Apex Erica's with you, Kevin. She said Cuban as well. DJ said Florida man. Everybody's like Florida man is its own race. We got several white and then Hispanic in the back door. Somebody said hey, Asian was already done. African American. But what's crazy is, well, I don't know. The killer's name is Luis Toledo. So since y'all going specific race, it's Hispanic, but I can't tell you if it's Cuban or not. So Molly, if you're doing the Molly, not if you are doing the scorecard. Since you're doing the scorecard, the Cuban guess will give because I can't tie it down to a specific Hispanic race.
Yeah. Then if you were to get more specific as to where in Florida, that could be like closer to right, but it could also make me look like a dickhead for just guessing that if it's like Miami, you know, like could go either way.
Let's show you what Mr. Toledo looks like. There he is. And it was Daytona Beach, Florida. Just so you know, you want to know the area. Let me see if I can find any more pictures of this man. And oh, yeah, let me just stay here. Because if I leave that screen, then it's gonna there we go. Everybody's showing him with glasses on. I guess he wore glasses. But honestly, if you saw that man on the street, like, would you really think what he looked like? Well, I guess he does kind of look. Once I made it larger, like the other one with the clean shaven face, he almost looked like he could be a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
But once he grows that beard out, he almost looks cartelish.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he could be part of the cartel.
That's a like zero remorse smile too. That's
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. I agree. Let's see. Yeah, man, doesn't that look like cartel? Even though he wasn't part of anything, like I don't want to just tie him to the cartel. He just kind of looked like that stereotypical look that they would give you when it comes to that.
Yeah. Mm.
All right, so let's jump in to the fun last case that we have. All right, so this one takes place 1988. So yeah, we dropped back in time a little bit. But see, Kevin, you do a lot of stuff that's like further back than that.
Yeah.
And then Stuart, you're the same way. You like,
yeah, yep,
time.
Bronze Age, Iron Age, yep.
Yeah, I think the most recent thing I've done was like 1981. I want to say somewhere in there.
Okay. So
for now.
This case, if you're deep into true crime, is somewhat familiar to some folks. A lot of people don't cover it because it gets real dark, so I'm not going to cover a lot of the details. I'll cover some of them, though. So, a 17-year-old high school girl biking home one evening after a long day of classes and work, because she worked part-time, so she was leaving her part-time gig, riding her bike home. Mind you, let me say she's a nice, smart, well-liked, and considered good-looking girl at the school that she's at. On her ride home, a guy pulls up next to her on a motorbike and kicks her off her bike and starts harassing her. Another teenager around her age that goes to her school comes up and saves her from the guy. Mind you, the guy that ends up saving her is the guy that asked her out and wanted to hook up with her, and she denied him. So now, after he saves her, says, "Hey, I'll walk with you home. I'll take you home so that way you know you're safe. But instead of taking her home, he takes her to a warehouse where he rapes her multiple times. Then after the warehouse, he calls up some of his friends. They get a hotel room. And 2 to 3 of them rape her at the hotel for that night. Keep her for like 2 days. After raping her at the hotel room, you know, they let her know, like, hey, we're part of a local gang around here, a well-known local gang. And if you say anything to anybody, we know where you live. We will kill your whole family. So we need you to comply. So they leave the hotel, because now they have called other friends that they know, take her to a park. She doesn't try to run, because of course she thinks they're going to kill her family. Take her to a park, everybody sees her, and end up taking her back to their own home. Now, mind you, these are all teenagers. The parents are aware. They tried to use the guise of her being one of the boys' girlfriends until all the screams and everything just keep coming from the room. Now, I'm not even reading the script because I've gone over this so many times it's in my head. I'm just kind of telling you the story at this point. So, all the screams coming from the bedroom are because she is not only raped by these 4 guys, she is tortured for days. They end up telling all of their friends about this girl. And over the course of over a month, she is raped over 100 times by 100 different guys. When I say she's tortured, she is at one point forced to sleep on the balcony of the home. It's like an apartment in freezing cold weather. At times she's locked in a freezer. They had a large freezer that they would lock her in at times. She was burned all over her body with cigarettes. They poured hot wax over her. At one point they burned her eyelids with a lighter. At one point they would, for a while, douse her legs in lighter fluid and light them on fire. It got to the point to where she was raped and had things shoved inside her so much that she could no longer urinate properly. It got to the point to where she could not breathe because her face was beaten so bad that she could no longer breathe through her nose from blood clotting up in her nose. Like I said, and the parents were all aware, but because they were a part of this gang, they were just scared of the kids and everything. She was forced to drink her own urine. At one point, she could no longer grab anything with her hands because they had crushed her hands and almost all the bones in her body with weights, with like dumbbells and stuff. At one point I heard that they stuck her, like put her head against the concrete and they would take turns jumping on her head. Mind you, none of this was killing her. So she was living through all of this. It got to the point to where they took firecrackers, and not only in her lady parts or in her anus, but in her ears, her mouth. Anywhere she had an opening, they would stick fireworks in and light them. And all this happened inside a home inside of a quiet neighborhood. She was held captive for a total of 44 days. So yeah, the boys, like I said, they were all taking turns doing all this crazy stuff to her. On that 44th day, what killed her is they ended up, well, at one point, this is what pushed it. At one point on New Year's Day, or the day after New Year's, they all got drunk. And she tried to crawl away and got downstairs to call 911. I called the police. When she got the police on the phone, before she could say anything, one of her captors caught her, grabbed the phone and said, "Hey, we called you by accident, I'm sorry." So she never even got to say a word to him. That's how close she got to actually getting away. So for that, she was punished by being doused in lighter fluid and set on fire. Not just her legs this time, but on her face. They made sure to get it in her eyes and mouth. And then when she convulsed, they stopped and said that she was faking it. I don't know how you fake that with all of that going on. Set her on fire again, and then eventually she died, and then they panicked. Because they were like, okay, now that she's dead, we're going to get in trouble for this. So, in a panic, what they ended up doing is finding a 55-gallon drum. I mean, a 55-gallon drum. Putting her body in it and filling it with concrete. And then they dumped it at a construction site like trash. So, how do you think they got caught? Because it sounds like they got rid of the body. Nobody was saying anything.
Someone speak? It's the only thing I can think of. Someone talked.
So, what happened is they're all shitty individuals, pretty fucked up guys. They, even while they had her, were still raping other women in public, and got caught for a rape of another woman. And one of them, while talking, slipped up and said our victim's name in this case, like, oh, well, they thought they were talking about that. He was getting confused. And so once he gave the victim's name, who was a missing person, of course, at this time, which, let me backtrack. When she was missing for about 3 days, her parents reported her to the police missing, started making the news. And so they had our victim call her parents and say, hey, I just ran away. I'm fine. Tell the police to stop looking for me. I'm not coming home. I don't want to come home. Like, I ran away. So that kind of stopped a lot of the investigation there for a while. At one point, the word got around so much, one boy from their school called the police and sent the police over to that house. And the parents told them, oh, there's no girl here. And helped cover it up. And so the police just left. They never searched the house or anything. In that interrogation, he ended up confessing, ratting on 3 of the other guys. So mind you, she was raped by hundreds of guys, but only 4 ended up getting caught and convicted. So, with that, I will say this. Again, this is international. So, what are we thinking? Now that I say international, may have flipped some of your responses at this point.
I'm going to say Middle Eastern.
I know what case this is. This was Asian, we'll say.
Yep. Asian. Stephanie in the back said Chase covered this. I didn't realize Chase covered it. That's how you know I got so busy I don't even listen to other podcasts now. But yep, Asian. You are correct. Which Asian country would you want to go with?
This is Japanese.
Yep.
Japanese.
Oh, okay.
This is the second story that you've done on here that I've gone, oh, I know that case. The first one was the Mexican female wrestler that was killing all the old ladies. I was like, I know that one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. This was I don't remember where I heard this one, but it was it might have been last podcast on the left, like years and years ago. But this was a bad one. Yeah.
It goes very dark with this case. I think I heard Dead Bug cover this at one point. I didn't ever listen to it, but I heard he covered this one as well. Yeah, the suspects, Hiroshi Miyano, Joe Aguda, Shinji Minato, and Yasushi Watanabe. I didn't even pull up their images. We don't even have to look at them. They were all Japanese teenagers. 2 were 18, 1 was 17, and 1 was 16. And the gang that they were a part of was the Yakuza.
Yep.
So, of course, everybody fears the Yakuza out there, you know?
Yeah, you don't, not guys to screw with.
So, like I said, a sadistic campaign of torture. And so, Stuart, you've never heard of this case?
Uh-uh.
So how much time do you think these guys got?
Chinese court system for Yakuza? I have a feeling I'll be amazed if they did time at all, to be honest.
Oh, no, they did time.
Oh, they did time? Okay.
Yeah. They did time. Sometime. Let's say sometime.
The correct answer is not enough.
Right, correct.
Yeah.
No, for sure not enough, because they're all out right now.
Mm.
All of them are out, walking freely. Some have been arrested again afterwards and still back out again. So the ringleader only got 20 years. At first he was sentenced to 17, and then he tried to appeal it, and the judge was like, oh, you trying to appeal it? Got more time. So bumped it up to 20. The rest of them got anywhere from 5 to 8 years.
Yeah.
Most of them didn't even serve their full sentence.
That's
insane.
That's frustrating.
So, because in Japan, when you're a juvenile, they feel like they can rehabilitate you.
Mm-hmm.
And also, of course, some are saying the ties to the Yakuza had something to probably do with that as well. So mind you, everything I told you about the case is still light compared to all the details that I've heard, read, and everything going into it. I tried to keep it as broad as I could, but it got pretty fucking dark, you know?
Yeah, it was.
So that was another rough one. I have a problem with, I'm finding, ending with like real rough cases and not have anything to like lighten it up after the fact. So you know, Sam, when he does these dark 911 calls, he always has a happy ending at the end to be like put a smile on your face and make you laugh and kind of forget about it. I don't have a happy ending.
I've got an interesting fact for you about the Japanese criminal system, though.
Oh, what you got?
So if you are convicted to die in prison, they don't set a date. So you're just on death row, and you never know, like, when they come to unlock your cell, if it's like you're going out for exercise or if you're going to be hung or however they kill you. You have no idea. It's just one day somebody comes and knocks on your door, and you're like, oh, time to go, I guess. No, they don't give you a date. They're just like, we'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah. Well, I guess for the person who was in jail, like on death row, that what the fuck are my dogs barking at? That's not. I guess that could be part of the. I don't want to say torture, but part of the whole sentence. Like, you never know when that day's gonna come.
And I think that's why they do it.
And do they never give you a date? So did this just one day pop up in your cell and be like, hey, today's the day. Come on, let's go.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm all for
they just
that.
like, one day it's just, hey, come on out. We're,
Time's up.
Yeah.
Hey, it's time to go.
Yep, time's up.
I also like the old school, system from the Soviet Union era, where it's like, oh, you were was it Andrei Chikatilo? Went through his whole trial. He killed like 50 some odd people. 2 days later, they just like took him out in the field and shot him in the head and like threw him on the ground. Like, you were sentenced to death, not sentenced to sit in prison for 20 years and then die. No, we're going to kill you immediately. You know, with
Right.
some people, that works. I'm okay with that. You know?
For some folks.
Yeah, for some people. Yeah.
Yeah, for some folks. But, hey, man, that's it, people. That's what we got for this episode. We ran through this one kind of quick. I apologize, but it's been a day. But Operation Retire Luther will start at the beginning of September. We talked about that on the last episode. Some of y'all are ready for it. But I will have more details coming in September or as we get closer. But I could use y'all's help currently. Like I said, send me more cases local. And I'll shout you out like I did Sandy today for giving me that first case. I think Sandy's in the back door. I don't know if she was in at the beginning when I did her case that she gave me.
Yeah, she was.
So if you have anything else, send it to me. Also, I appreciate you, some of you listening to the last podcast, and when I told you about the people call me racist on Apple, some of you went back and shot back comments to that person mentioning that. So, yeah, please continue to comment, like, subscribe everywhere. Do the same for my man here, Kevin. Go listen to History Goon.
Hell yeah.
Go like, comment, subscribe to History Goon as well. Because if you like history, it's a good fucking podcast. He makes it entertaining.
It's been referred to as amateur at best by some people. So, hey, I'm going to keep up the reputation. You know?
Yeah. We got to make it blow up, man.
Yep,
we got to get
absolutely.
We got to get it to blow up, man. It's good shit. It's good shit.
And if you want to see me look like a complete ass, you can watch it on Spotify where I wear like a dress shirt, tie, and a vest and everything to, you know, really tie everything in together.
You know what? I've never seen the video portion.
I was thinking about doing it tonight, but I was like, I'm comfy. So, you know, I'll save that for tomorrow. But, yeah.
I got you.
Yep.
I got you. Oh, and this is the other thing. I plan on trying to do more bonus episode stuff for like Patreon and all of that. So if you have ideas of things that you might want me to bring, things you might want me to do, like QA type stuff, Q&A. That's me working every day in QA. Q&A type of stuff. We can do that. I'm thinking of possibly like getting to know you episodes with all my guests that are like regulars. So like maybe an episode with Stuart where y'all can ask him questions, get to know him a little bit better. Same thing with my wife and Tamika and Ty and all of them folks, and do one episode at a time with like that as bonus. So yeah, anything you can think of. Can I make Kent do an episode with the last case? I can send Kent this. I'm pretty sure Kent has probably heard of it, but we'll let him know. Speaking of Kent, I'm planning on having Kent on actually here soon for those who've been asking and wanting to know where's Kent, will he be on? So Kent will be back on soon. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate every one of you guys, man. I'm gonna shout out all y'all out in the back door real quick before I jump off. Hey, Sandy, again, thanks for giving me that case. Keyblade, man, it's always fun having you in here. Ashley, thank you. Cher, Trisha, Liz, I see you in the back. I know you were back here. Izzy, made sure to shout you out again. I saw Izzy back here. Hey, Aaron, what's up, man? Aaron's been showing me much love everywhere, man. I appreciate all of that, man. All y'all keep sharing, letting everybody know Operation Retire Luther is coming up soon. But that requires you to share the podcast out, though. That helps, man. But the whole goal is to like make it so big that I don't have to go to fucking work for anybody anymore.
Yep.
And my job is to sit here and keep bringing you all kinds of cases, and then finding another form of like podcast outside of Guessnicity to show more personality and more fun and more like social shit. Please believe I'm not gonna be the new woke social warrior type shit, but Tam, Tamika, all my folks on here, we all a little different and can give you a different perspective on shit. So thinking of doing something along those lines as well. Anyway, I'm done rambling on, guys. It's been real. Love every single one of y'all. Oh, Molly, I don't think I said your name. And Mateo, Molly, I gotta shout you out because you like on the team. Mateo, DJ. If I forgot any other rest of you, like I always say, charge it to my head and my heart. Y'all have a good night, or I'm just gonna keep rambling on. Good night. Bye.